Hi, my name's Ben Sacco, the Shellfish Propagation Specialist here for the town of Chatham. We're out here in our little work skiff, and we're headed to our net site in Oyster River. So after the clams leave the upweller, they get planted under nets for a year and a half, until they're big enough to get moved around. So these ones went in last September, and they've been here for about 9 months now, and there's about 850,000 at this spot. I come out here and check the nets once a month, clean them off, and dig up a few to see how they're looking. So we'll dig up a few today and show them to you. So we're out here with the nets. So I have 4 nets here. Each of them has about 200,000, some a little less underneath. So twice a month I come out here and I brush off. They get a little, they get sand on top of them, they get algae on top of them. And if we let that build up, it'll smother out the clams. So the net's on top of them to protect them from crabs. So if you throw these out at a small size, a lot of them will get eaten by crabs, if not all of them. So we put them under a net to keep the crabs out, and they stay under here. And then I like to get them to the size of like quarters before I start moving them around. So I'm going to pull up the corner here and show you what size. So these have been under the net since last September. And I've been keeping track of how big they've been growing. These guys are looking really good. So when they were planted, they were probably about that big. And then they've put on all of that since they've been in there. So they've over doubled in size. Some of them even tripled in size. And they're looking really good. All this white is brand new growth. Yeah, so the nets just get tacked down with staples, little metal staples. And hopefully it keeps the crabs from getting underneath. Sometimes you get a few under there and I find them and pull them out. So this is a little experiment. No upweller. Usually these would be in the upweller at this size, but we're just trying a little plot of them, and they're doing pretty well. So all the shellfish propagation sites that I have in Chatham will all have 4 yellow buoys around them. So if you see those 4 yellow buoys, that means the area is closed. We have shellfish seed in there. We're not like hiding any big ones in there. They'll all get moved before they're legal, hopefully. And the buoys mean don't go in here with your boats, don't go in here raking. If you come through with a boat with your prop down, or the motor can rip up the net, and that'll just allow crabs to get in there and eat all the shellfish stock. Even like little kayaks with like a rudder on them could rip up these nets, no problem, especially if you're going through when it's shallow water. So if you see yellow buoys, just try and stay out of them. There's yellow buoys out here, and at my other sites there's stuff in Mill Creek. So yellow buoys mean no shellfishing, and that we're just trying to protect our seed, and that way it can grow to a big size so we can move it around and people can harvest it. One of these nets has a big rip in it, so I'm just going to repair it while we're here. Yeah, so this spot is another spot we had in Oyster River, so it's now open to harvest. It was opened in December and January of last winter. So these clams were planted in 2020, and there's still, a handful here to harvest. We don't get them all when we pull them out, so they just grow to legal size in this spot, and then people can harvest them. So we'll look for a few today and see how they're doing. Legal. So yeah, that was one of ours from the upweller from 2020. So this area has no buoys on it anymore. So we're in Oyster River. It's kind of near Sears, across the way from Sears Road. But yeah, this area's been open to harvest for 5-6 months now. So when it first opened up to harvest, we had commercial guys come in here and pick out the vast majority of what was left over. So little commercial guys get a boost in the winter time, and then now it's open for everybody now. So